What are you nerding out
What
about?
are you nerding out about?
So, Joe, you look different tonight. You're acting different tonight. Well, that
It's
didn't work
true.
the way I wanted it to. And now there are movements on the cameras. What is going on? Sure.
I have a new camera. So I have the OBSBOT 2 4K Lite or something like that. And it's awesome. I am loving it. So it's got a gimbal on it. I can, go over here and do something, or go over here.
It's following
and
him for
do
the podcast.
something.
The camera's automatically moving.
And I have different key binds on my keyboard so that I can do all of these pivots and whatnot. And so I'm liking it.
So
quite
far,
a bit.
you've been doing the 90s sitcom zoom into the face thing, and then you have it pan down to the dice when you roll a dice. Which do you not see? I'm actually curious. Do you not see how it zooms in when it moves?
No, I do. It's just the cameras are automatically mirrored, and so how my hand moves has a disconnect.
That makes sense.
What I need to do is get like a little box to roll it into so that it doesn't stray from.
Oh, somebody.
Little dice box.
Wait, Joe. Somebody, I don't know. I honestly don't know who, but somebody with a 3D printer in our audience needs to design a wise and nerdy dice tower for Joe to have on the desk. Not sure what that would look like, other than maybe an owl totem, the 3 different owls in a totem. That would be something. But what is wise and nerdy to you? Fatherhood meets Fandom. Make that dice tower.
Yeah.
Where are you pointing at yourself, Kurt? Are you going to make a dice tower?
Joe, are you done your section?
With that section, sure. There's a lot of other. There's a lot of other features to this that are cool. Like I have them disabled right now because their responsiveness kind of sucked. But like, if you have it set up, you could go like this, and it would use hand gestures to zoom in and out, and you could have it follow your hand, or you could go like this to make it so it follows your body and whatnot.
You need to stop hand.
Yeah.
Can I crush your head?
But they weren't. It didn't track it very well when I was testing it. So a lot of that stuff I just set up to be bound to my keyboard. So I found that a lot better.
That high def video, you can play with your lights and everything. You can play that sign that we had in the background.
Yeah, I tried. It was still blown out.
Oh, okay.
So for those that don't know, there is the on-air sign. So, but yeah. What?
He swapped angles with it. So, all right. Cool. I know there's other stuff, but Kurt, I think we triggered your nerding out about.
Yeah. So what I'm nerding
Roll
out
for
about
initiative.
is this.
That's not what I thought you were a nerd out about. I thought
this
you had
is
a nice
Benchy. I got a new 3D printer.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's the classic test, the tugboat.
Yep. And his name is Benchy. And yeah, I mean it's very white, so it's getting blown out by the light, but 30 minutes to set up and print, like from setup to print, and it will do 4 colors.
Wow, you got a fancy one.
Yeah, but it's actually cheaper than you might think. It's a company called
Tag 3D Daddy.
Yeah,
a little slow tonight, Kurt.
It's it's a company called Bamboo.
Okay.
And,
yeah, I've heard of them.
Yep, and remarkably affordable for what they provide, and fast. And so, I have been just diving into, and it literally arrived today. Like this finished printing about an hour before the show. So I'm diving into that stuff, full boat, and so to speak. And one of the goals is I'm definitely going to make some stuff for the podcast, and a dice tower was on my list.
Oh wow!
So
there you go.
Right there.
So if we can figure out, if we can decide on the iconography that we want, then I should be able to pull something together, and then we can do it that or do like a spinner or something, but the it's very cool, and if things work out properly, my goal is to be able to at least do a little bit of side hustle with it to help pay for the supplies.
I know way back in the day when they first started doing 3D printers, Ibbot bought them, right, for the shows and different things to play with them. And then he had talked about some service they signed up for that if he wasn't printing something, you can go online, order a print, it would print on his printer, and he would get paid to let it print on his printer and ship it. But do you know anything more about that?
I don't. I just know a lot of people sell stuff through Etsy and Shopify.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fidget spinner. Rando Kid wants a Wise and Nerdy fidget spinner.
Sure. Yeah,
Joe,
I mean,
we need to send a file for that dice hammer, the gavel.
Yeah. So that's why I was wondering about the because as people might know, we're looking at a new logo and looking at some new iconography for the show. Once we get that decided, then I can start using some graphics to do stuff with.
Okay.
So
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
And I know we do bits all the time. I knew about the camera because I made sure to get it I didn't buy it from the show, did it, but I was like, hey, Joe, we know we're going to put it off forever. And, I think this is the first time in 7.5 years that we've been working together that the show's bought him anything. So I knew that was coming. I did not know Kurt had a 3D printer, even though his tag says 3D Daddy. I was like, I don't know what joke he's playing tonight. I don't know. Maybe it's like paraesthesis surgery or whatever. I don't know. So that was not a bit. I had no idea you got that today, and then you were already thinking about a dice tower.
Yeah,
that's funny. All right, Joe, we'll go back to yours. What is Libby?
Oh yeah, so we've had a membership to our local library for years, and so there's Hoopla is a popular app, but I didn't really care for Hoopla. I tried it, so I was looking for an alternative, and LibbyApp. They have a web interface, but also an app for it, and I liked their interface a lot better, and I was able to find a lot more titles on Libby than I was on Hoopla.
Now, go ahead and explain what you're doing with that.
Yeah. App. So on the app, you can check out digital books or audiobooks, and I think you can also do videos and stuff too. But basically, you can check out different things directly to your phone through your library card. And so I've gone on there. There is a wait time on most stuff, just like with the actually going to the library. But I put a hold on a bunch of different books, the audiobooks, and I started listening to Dune, because I've never actually read Dune, and so I've started listening to Dune, and I'm like only 10% into it. It's a 21-hour listen, and I've already spotted several things that are different from the movie, but I'm loving it. It's an awesome app, and it's great. So I'm going to start listening to a lot more audiobooks.
So this is by the same company that is Overdrive.
Oh, is it? I didn't know
that.
Okay.
So Overdrive is another big library app where they allow videos and ebooks and magazines and I think that whole thing is, I don't know about comics. I think
Libby does have comics. I'd have to check, but
yeah, I think on those there are some. I think it's remarkable that the library system in the United States actually was forward thinking enough to do that, to jump in, because those services have been around now for a good 10 to 20 years.
Oh yeah, when my first set of kids were little, that came around.
Yeah.
So I see magazines, but I don't see comics specifically. I'd have to search to see. Maybe I'll just search for like Batman and see what it comes up with. Oh yeah, no, it's got some comics in here as well. So it's got when I pulled up Batman, it's showing Batman Nightwalker. So unless that's a book, but
could be.
It could be.
I mean, it could be.
Oh no, it's listed under the tags comic and graphic books.
There you go.
All right, that's cool. I might have to check that out, but that might mean I have to go to my local library to renew my card because I don't think it's been renewed in a while. Because they do expire after a certain amount of time. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I say local. The actual city I live in doesn't technically have a library, but the next town over does, and so because we don't officially live there, I think we pay like $40 for the whole year to get the library card.
Interesting.
So
I've seen other towns do that in our area as well. We do have a public library in my town, but you can become a member of the public library in other towns if you pay a fee.
Yep.
Interesting. For all the earned grief that Georgia gets for their education system, I think we're like 49th out of 50 states or something like that. It's stupid. From as long as I can remember as a kid, the entire state has one library system.
Oh,
so a lot of towns, including small towns, have little libraries, but it's all part of the Georgia Pines library system. And any one card in that system can go to any library. You can get on the computer and go, hey, because like Athens, right? It's going to be a big library. It's going to have a lot of stuff. Here in Conyers, same thing, big library, a lot of books. But you go maybe to a town called Albany, and it's a small library. But you can go in and go, I want to get these books, and you basically order them, and the other libraries send them down.
So we do that too. So
anything.
Yeah, so in the New Hampshire library system, you can order books from other libraries. But I think what Joe's talking about, what I was talking about in terms of paying the other towns, you can go to their libraries and check
you can
out
do
books.
That. Yeah, we can do that too. But it's just
and to be fair, Georgia, at least everybody you only have 5 books in Georgia, so everybody's fighting over those.
Fair enough. But that sounds pretty cool. I'm gonna touch on Shield Hero right now.
Oh, good anime.
Yeah, I talked about a week or two ago how I discovered it on my own. I'm a big boy. I found it, and I did watch the first season on Netflix, and ended up actually binging it a lot when I was in Vegas. So I downloaded a whole bunch of Netflix episodes to watch on the plane, and it's fantastic. Finished the first season, went over to Crunchyroll, picked up the second season, and I'm almost all the way through. And I felt like it's gonna be like Demon Slayer. The first season was 20-something episodes. I mean, it's big. And the second one, the way the story arc was going, it felt like it moved so fast, but it's still on like episode 24. I'm like, wow, this is not a short season. It just feels like the pacing's good. It's almost like not two different seasons, but 2 parts of a season in one. But I loved it because I had somebody at work. I'd mentioned, I just found it. Blah, blah, and the first thing they said was, oh man, first season was great. Second season was, man, the third season goes off the rails. Like, why would you say that? I'm like 3 episodes in. Let me figure it out. Didn't matter. I'm towards the end of the second season, and I just loved every minute of it. It's really fantastic.
So the second season, the source material is a bit rough. So what they did is they tried to rush through it because they knew it would be a weaker season in general. So the pacing is a little off, and that's what most people complain about the second season. I liked it. Yeah, I
like the pacing. I liked the story and how when everything changes to the world, but then they go back. But interesting enough, they did one thing that really bothers me, Joe. It really, really grinds my gears. You didn't play by your own rules. When they went from their main world, right, which he's also summoned in. So this
close
is
your ears,
world.
Kelsey. She hasn't watched this. The second season yet.
Okay. I'll stop. But Joe, so I'm gonna say it in terms that And if you've seen it, you've seen it. I don't want to spoil it for you. But when they do the thing they have to do, everything changes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When they come home, they don't change.
I'm not sure exactly what you're getting at, but okay.
All right, because I don't want to spoil it. I'll leave it.
Yeah, no.
But
you and I can talk it in the post show.
Going through a door, you got one set of rules. Coming back out the door, second set of rules, and I don't understand it. It's
Alternate
fine.
reality.
Oh, I see what
But,
you're saying.
yeah.
Okay.
But it's fine. But yeah.
Yeah.
But and it's
With-
not over yet. I got to this moment, the crux of the battles and all this other stuff and blah blah blah, and these things happen, and it felt like the finale episode, and then it just went to the next episode, and it's still in the same season. Like, whoo, where are we going now?
Well, and I can't remember. I know the 4th season has been announced, but I can't remember when it's coming out.
I'm still not in the 3rd season yet.
I think next year. So they knew ahead of time that the 2nd season would probably be a little bit weaker from the fans' point of view. So after the 1st season was done, they literally said, we're making season 2 and 3. They went ahead and just announced both.
Gotcha.
And so yeah, and it's there's only a handful of anime where I've actually gone through and read the source material because I was that interested, and Shield Hero is one of them. I read the entire web novel, which a web novel is kind of like an early draft, a rough draft.
Okay.
And so then there's the manga and the light novel. I've not read the manga, but I've read 14 or 15 of the light novel books, which I think it's still going, but I haven't finished that. But there's been a lot of changes between the web novel and the light novel, and this is the anime is definitely following the light novel more, which makes sense since the web novel was a rough draft. But there were definitely some things in the web novel that I'm very happy that they changed. Kind of graphic brutality is one of the things that they changed, and maybe afterwards I'll tell you.
Yeah,
what it was.
I can infer. I kind of figure out what you're talking about, but yeah. But cool.
I think it's even worse than you are thinking, to be honest.
Probably, but be a patron and we'll scar you for life. There you go. But here's what I love. I just did. I solely go, it's good writing. I enjoy all the character stuff. I love the powers and the shields it's all really cool. And I love how people actually hate each other, to a certain point, and it's so much fun. But at the point of the season I'm in, the main character comes to realization and owns his power basically by going, I don't do it because I have a duty or even because it's right. I do it because I want to. It's for me. And then superpower, this is why I like this guy. He doesn't give a crap about nothing. I'm just I'm going hard for me, dummies. I didn't do all this for you. I had to bring that. I knew you guys would be like, yeah, no, that sounds like you. Well, I love it. And I'm not making that up. I'm not even exaggerating it. As I was pretty close to the quote of his realization. And my favorite character, love him to death. The other thing I'm nerding out about right now, and it's coming up in about a month and a half, CONjuration in Atlanta, Georgia. And it's going to be a fun time to hang out with there's a lot more podcast friends that won't be there, but
yeah, like
my
Kurt.
podcast friends.
What else?
Don't rub it in. Don't. Yeah, when I said do it for me. That's how like Charles quoting himself. It's in the show, man. It is in the show. I might have to try to cut the audio so I can use it on a button. But CONjuration's November 15th, 16th, and 17th. And it is a smaller con, but Tyra Burton's going to be there. Bob Magoo is going to be there. He's been on the show. And he's actually on the show with you, Kurt, at Dragon Con.
Yep.
Mark Gunn is going to be there, and Wise and Nerdy's going to be there, and we're very, very excited. And Kurt, I don't know, but you do a lot of walking, man. You can Forrest Gump that thing and be here by the 15th.
I'm not cleared to walk yet. The doctor won't let me.
When is that getting cleared?
How much does a Segway cost? We can.
There you go. And they make them right down the road. So
now I'm just imagining Kurt on a Segway going down the highway.
Yeah. So when is CONjuration?
November 15th, 16th, and 17th.
Yeah,
That's a cruise weekend, or that's a singing weekend.
It might be.
Your
Actually,
birthday weekend.
You know what? I think that's my Montreal performance weekend.
Kurt is a very desired man in this world, you know, which is good, because I would hate to think that you feel bad, or that, you wish you could be here and you're missing out. If you're busy doing what you do, that makes it better.
It does make it better. Although, like Dragon Con, I missed. I know. I mean, now I didn't miss the COVID that people got afterwards, but
only the week I came out fine
and botched.
Well, have you met Phil? I mean,
I have.
He's like a match between Danny DeVito and Twins and Tyler Durden in Fight Club. All right, he's just trash. He is the trash panda. Clip that joke. Rando Kid says, clip that joke. Kurt is a very desirable man. But CONjuration, it's a magical con. I don't mean like in a Disney way, but it's about magic, but it's mostly focused on Harry Potter and Harry Potter. Kurt just did the bad dad trick there. And so I had submitted Wise and Nerdy and Fandom Face Off. And what are you doing, Kurt? Are you flexing?
It's the alternate bad dad trick.
All right. And finding the stories, and they took all of the summit, and then they sent out the panels, and of course you have to do 3 to get a pass. So Joe connected in, and we're like, we'll buy him a pass, it's fine. But he connected in, and he volunteered for some panels, and he got on a few. I volunteered for some panels. I'm going to be doing like 8 panels, and so far pre-show, Joe, you're up to 3.
I'm up to 3, but there's also 3 more pending that they submitted requests for. So
yeah, I got Kurt. I'm gonna have to bone up on my houses, Harry Potter houses, because I don't remember. But I'm on the panel because I love the second part of this. There's a whole lot of sorting, like sorting this show and sorting this show. I'm on sorting Supernatural. I'm like, I don't even know the houses. I will play this game all day long. So it's gonna be fun. And our friend Mark Gunn, he's gonna be the superstar of the weekend. He's doing like 10 musical performances.
Man,
it's really only a 2-day con if you put the hours together. It starts Friday afternoon and Sunday afternoon. And he's bringing his daughters. It's going to be a blast. Oh yeah, Tyra's going to be there. We know how much Kurt hates Tyra. It's okay. That's why he won't come. Oh, Tyra's going to be there. No.
That's the secret. That's the deep dark secret. I actually do not like Tyra.
I love how much you can't keep a straight face.
2 of my 3 panels are with Tyra. So
yeah,
I secretly think Tyra hates me.
Oh,
because of that AI panel that we had last year.
Well, she's doing that AI panel this year at CONjuration, and she let me on it, and she let Joe on it,
and she let me on it. And Charles and I didn't talk about being on it. We just both asked, and we both ended up on it.
Nice,
yeah. Because I'm all for the AI overlords. And at least she knows that, so it's going to make for an interesting conversation. But yeah, Joe, this is going to be the most Joe has done outside of a Dragon Con. And I do count Dragon Con as good performance, but the fact that we are tight and work together, so I really know what you're going to bring to the table. It's really easy to get you panels at Dragon Con. To be able to pull these panels that you're pulling here, that's a nice big step for you this year, man.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be lots of fun.
Yeah, sounds like it.
And honestly, I don't know how you pull it off, but this is that con that you would bring old Jebediah to and hang out, because it's all Harry Potter, and it's like 99% family friendly. I mean, even have coloring sessions. It's really cool.